Hi everyone, Mr. Creative Quarter here. Just going to show you my Golf and what I've done to the ECU removal and how to do it properly. Well, so this is a 55 plate Mk5 2.0 TDI BKD engine. The ECU is out here. I've already took everything apart and took everything out. So basically what's on the floor here is wiper blades, little tiny scuttle panel, little tiny infill panel. Everything is fairly simplicity to undo. I don't need to show everyone how to undo it. You've got two 30mm nuts. You've got a Torx star for the wiper motor, and the seal there comes off. There's the wiper motor. So basically I just clean up the hinges on that so it lubes, so it's smooth, so the smoothness is a little bit better. But inside there you can take all the leaves off. The ECU unbolts via a slide here and a slide there. It just tucks. It tucks underneath, it pulls out, it slides to one side and just pulls out. Slides to one side and pulls out. It's not that difficult, but this car had been in a barn and there was cobwebs inside there, etc, etc. So just take the wiper motor off, clean up behind it, lubricate inside the suspension tower in case I have a shock absorber go down that leaks. All what's behind there is some electrical connections in the underneath the steering wheel anyway, which is quite a neat little design. But it's a lot better when you start WD-40 and cleaning it all up. It really is. It makes a difference. I'm trying to kill 3 or 4 birds with one stone. The little tiny seal that sits here, these get full of dirt inside here, so scrape it all out, WD-40 it, and when it goes back, it should go back nice. It should clips inside a lot better. Like I say, lubricate. You can lubricate that bolt there with copper grease. You can do the same there with that one when the wiper motor goes back. It's so simple. This is what I love about VW. Everything is so simple to undo, especially on the Mk5. These are little tiny ECU nuts. Like I say, just slides to one side the ECU. And basically what I'm going to do is this rubber sheet is going to cover. I'm going to totally cover the ECU in a rubber sheet, because the ECUs apparently do get wet on these Mk5s, which is not exactly ideal, especially in the winter time. So the plan is to cover the rubber sheet, to cover the ECU in this rubber sheet. Undo this little tiny bracket here on the ECU. I'm going to take this little bracket off. That's a bit of a fidget to get back inside. And well, WD-40, you can see from that suspension strut there, tower, to that one there. If I can get a better picture of it, to that one there. And you can see what a difference that is. What a difference that is. Just have a bit of time cleaning everything up. That tiny panel, you couldn't see that black panel, that's full of dust. To this side over here that I haven't done yet, and what a mess. What a difference that make. Just clean everything up, clean the seals. I shall clean inside here as well, where the water lays, where the wiper motors are. Put this little tiny panel back, clean that up as well, and put the nuts. Put the nut. I think there's a nut on one side and a bolt in the other, which weren't there anyway, which is ludicrous. But there we go. So I had to use a vacuum to get all the leaves out of here. So clean all this area up, and we'll box it back up. Thanks for watching, and basically please subscribe to Mr. Creative Quarter. I'll have some other Golf Mk5 2.0 TDI videos on here as well later on. in due course, and we'll all see you soon. Any questions? I am a mechanic anyway. Any questions that anyone wants to know, just give me a shout and I can advise you as best as I can. Central locking, ECU setup, injection, cam belts. Cam belts are easy on these because you've got a Woodruff key, and we'll go from there. Simple EGR, ASV valve, anti-shutter valve. I always go down on these as well, and we can give you loads of tips. Okay, thank you. Okay, so this particular multi-plug, disconnecting this wiper motor. Take the multi-plug out of the way. There's a pin at the top of here. Once that screw, which is a Torx, and that screw, which is a Torx, take them 2 screws out, and this particular arm comes down like that. There's a pin. So it comes out and it does that business. This pin you have to get in. I've noticed, I've done these before, and not a lot of people don't put this pin, which is located underneath, which is under there. Can you see where my finger is under there? Right underneath. Right there's a hole there, and there's a little locating rubber. I think that's rubber. Yeah, it feels like rubber. So putting the wiper motor back in is a simple, should be a simple procedure. Oh dear, not always the case. Okay, so if I can just get that located underneath, can't put my, not too far away. Right. It does that business. You see that? So it slides up, and I know it's in. Plus the bolts are naturally going to line up here, so you can actually just pop it inside there, because there's already copper grease inside the thread that can be pushed through, and then you can start the bolt, which start on this side first. There we go. Right, so that one's started. That's it, that one's started. Can you see that one started? It's nice and solid, well, reasonably solid. And then again the same with this side. They're an excellent bolt, these are. Stop all movement. That's it, heard it click. Click it there. Okay, don't get too mad because you've got to do this side as well, nice and even. That's it. Finish off on this side. That's it. Put the connection back. I took this, if you look here, these arms there, that one there, I popped them off. This arm underneath here when the motor was off, and behind the back of this motor you pop the ball joints off and soak them in copper grease, so the smoothness is going to be a lot more neater. So they're all nice and lubricated now, so slowly boxing it back up. That's it. Okay, just showing the finished results on my ECU covering motor. Get the words out. So basically underneath there is the ECU, and I put a rubber sheet over the ECU, cleaned up all this panel. As long as you can seat it inside this windscreen, this seal needs to be immaculate under here, all the way along. So even through there, you've got to treat this all new now. They do mist up on the bottom of these windscreens, but that's all That's basically all nice and clipped and this has all been cleaned. The seal for the back of this panel has been put in better, but this is the most important part. That's the seal, because as soon as the water runs down there, and there's a gap that could possibly get an ECU. So mine is pretty clipped in there now. I'm pretty happy the way it's gone. So I've reset the wipers. And that's nice and fresh and clean. All the leaves have been taken out underneath here. This has all been auto glim bumper care, so it's all nice and fresh. And that's it. My last little job was doing this one. This one partially seized as well. This is the bonnet release that was seized up. So as you can see the copper. You see the copper grease here on this piece, and nice little job. Might as well do it while I'm there, and everything's all been lubricated up, because the bonnet itself does tend to seize up. So what I did was I managed to put some WD-40 inside and some copper grease, and there we are. So it's been fully serviced. The cam belt was only about 10,000 miles ago with the water pump. I change the oil and filter every 4,000 miles, which is 5W40 for a PD engine, and the fuel filter is changed as well every 4,000 miles. So yeah, happy days. So this job is now complete, and then we can show you onto another one. So we can lock it up. Right, thanks for watching this video. I'll show some other videos as well on this particular car, because I'm a mechanic anyway, so please watch my other videos and look out for some other videos available. Please subscribe to Mr. Creative Quarter. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Thank you, bye bye.